just want to make sure I don't look like trash. Okay, wow, that's the lighting. Okay, it's giving. Oh, he's just hold on. Okay, well, hold on a second. So sorry. Hey, I'm just about to do the podcast right now. I do want to talk to you, but I'm in the middle of this. They're starting it with this now. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, have a good day. Okay, yeah. Okay, love you. Bye. Yeah, you too. Bye. Ugh, you guys saw me be cute.
Hello and welcome to Can't Clip It with Jesse Ralph and Evan Dubois. I'm Jesse Ralph.
I'm Evan Dubois.
Our guest this week just celebrated 10 years of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Tamara Shevon, debut
Hi.
album, Purse Wine. Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, thank you. Hi. Yeah. Oh my God, it's 10 years. I feel so old, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like 10 years is a long time. Then people start being like, oh, I thought you were in your 20s. And now it's all out there.
So you actually started in China?
Don't recommend that.
No.
Don't recommend starting comedy in a communist country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, not a lot of political jokes you can make in China.
No, and they had people that would dress up, like dress down, I guess, government officials that would come and secretly watch us at our shows to make sure we weren't talking shit about the country.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And you only find that out after you're talking shit about the country.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was rough.
So welcome back to Canada.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like 9 years since I've been back, but it's been so nice. You guys, but it was like great comedy out there.
Really?
Because there's so many expats that go there, people that move there that like have left their lives. I'm going to just live in China because it was so cheap back then. And then you get really like different groups of people coming out and doing comedy from different countries. It was really dope.
Oh,
and there's
wow.
only like one place you could do comedy.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of went there, and then it became like, it's like if an open mic was good.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Okay.
In Toronto, that's hard to imagine.
It is.
I remember starting at open mics. Like I saw you at an open mic, and I know headliners now are just like trying new stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw you do a headline set, and you closed with like your cottage joke. And I just saw like the two worlds of like, oh, headliners go to open mics to work on stuff.
Yeah.
And then like every comic that's new is trying to like crush so hard for those 5 minutes, trying so hard and not succeeding. That it's like, it's so funny to see like, and now I get it, because like if I show up at an open mic, new comics are like, hey man, you suck too. Like,
yeah. You're like, that's the worst. When you see people go to open mics and they're just like blowing it out of the water, and you're like,
Yeah.
who is this for?
yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah.
Like, because
There's no way they haven't workshopped it and written new tags already. There's like, they're doing it for their ego.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're destroying. They're like, I guess that one works. You're like,
Yeah,
shut the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You know that one works.
Yeah. They're
It's
like
your closer.
pretending to write on the page, but they wrote it 2.5 months ago. They're like,
Okay, we'll keep that one in the bank. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I can see the lid still on your pen. You're like, shit.
No, literally.
Or the worst is when like an old joke that you know is old for a comic bombs at a show, and then they're like, still working on that one, and you're like, for a year?
Oh man, I know. It's like, oh, this one doesn't have an ending yet. I was like, well, get one.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
Probably, at this point, probably throw it out.
Yeah.
You know, after a year, if you don't have an ending.
How long have you kept a joke
That didn't
that
work?
hasn't worked?
Oh God.
I still have one from like 8 years ago, and I'm just like, one day.
And then there'll be a time where it works in like a good room, and then you're like, I figured it out, and then you try it in a bad room again, and you're like, oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, you
Why
gotta
did I do
clip-
this?
You gotta clip that last tape so that you can post it and be like, this is how it does every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then never do it again.
Yeah, this one's in the vault.
So
Oh my
I wanna say the juice.
Go for
So
it.
I wrote juice on it. I put a different label because it's wine, and I put grape juice because I'm like, it's grape juice. And then
Right.
Jesse went, Evan, that's racist. And I went, oh no! and I ripped the label off and I changed it to just juice.
Thank you. Grape juice would have been hilarious. Purple stuff would have worked. Anything really. I would have just committed fully. Guess what race our guest is today? You know?
Evan had like horror in his eyes. He's like, I didn't even think like that. And then I'm like,
And then he goes, Joey, and he goes to call my roommate down to tell him. And I'm like, no, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, and now you're telling everyone. I love it. To be honest, those are like, grape juice is good, and black people do like it. And I think that we need to address that two things can be,
true.
Well, I don't think that's fair. I think everyone likes grape juice.
I find that white people like the white grapes.
I like orange pop. I'll be real.
Okay.
Oh, he can't drink orange pop because then.
No, I can drink orange pop. Oh,
Well,
because
yeah.
I'm ginger?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay.
And then you can't drink
Coca-Cola.
Water.
orange pop is a close second to grape pop, though.
Yeah.
It goes grape pop, orange pop, cream soda.
You think
And
so?
only
I
pink
would
cream
put-
soda.
I would put cream soda above orange soda.
Okay, and I hear you on this, but it's the amount of cans you could drink. You could only drink one can of cream soda. When you go for
Okay.
your second, you're like, fuck, I don't want more of
Yeah,
this.
it's too sweet.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel it.
I've thought about this.
We're hitting the important topics today.
This is the deepest the show's ever been.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I was hoping we could put it in your purse so we could reference your album like 3 times during the show.
Well, my second album is Table Wine. So my first album, yeah. So the wine's on the table. Yeah, purse wine's all about being super fucking broke.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we can all relate to. Doing comedy, and you're just like, will this get better?
Yeah.
And then Table Wine, I was like, oh my gosh. You know when you go to a restaurant and you order a bottle of wine, not just because you're at Earl's and it's half price Tuesdays, and you actually just like, I can spend $35 to $47 on a bottle of wine.
No, I don't know what that's like.
When you get there. And they're always like bringing 2 glasses. I'm like, oh babe, no, this is for me. I'm still a ratchet bitch.
Like, don't even bring the glass.
Yeah, don't bring the glass. They're like, legally we must. Yeah.
Oh, the alcohol rules in Canada are so weird where
Yeah.
they're like, we can't serve you a double or we can't serve you a triple, but we can bring 2 glasses, one with 2 shots and then one with an extra shot. And if it ends up in your glass, great.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I think that it's so crazy. That's like the vodka and Red Bull thing.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you can't have vodka and Red Bull together, which actually is a safety concern.
Okay.
Because apparently it speeds your heart up too much.
I was gonna say too much party.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much King Street, too much like, yeah.
Okay, let's be real. If somebody's mixing vodka with Red Bull, they're mixing tons of other things.
Yeah, if they're mixing vodka with Red Bull, they've already done cocaine.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's no point in trying to like, oh, here's where we draw the line.
Nobody's like, I'm going to have a chill night. Vodka Red Bull, please.
Right? That's like when you see those people that are like running in the morning and you're like, how are you doing this? That's what I imagine. Like they just come back from the rave, put on their clothes, and they're just like, and I'm still doing it. Like,
I was at that crosswalk a little while ago, and I was coming up to the crosswalk on my skateboard.
Yeah.
And these 2 joggers ran in front of me and cut me off, and I kind of fell off my board. But I caught myself. I didn't like fall, but like I had to like do a running stop. And I got pissed off, and I went, "You're both fat." And I know that I ruined their whole day.
Yeah.
So like I felt good about myself.
they're still jogging right now.
Yeah.
You've scarred
They never
them.
stopped since I yelled that at them.
Oh man, I love when people jog outside publicly. Like I have to run on the spot in my house. Like, or like there has to be like a treadmill involved. I'm not going outside. I can't have people see me panting. Like I bump into people all the time. I don't know. Like it's crazy. Like I'll be like having a moment for myself and walk up the stairs of the subway feeling like disgusting. So I was like, Tamara, is that you? I'm like, so imagine me running around the city. Absolutely not. I will not let anyone catch me slipping like that.
Yeah. Well, that and a lot of people in Toronto probably recognize you as a comic, so that must
And that
happen
would
all the
be when
time
they
too.
see you, too.
Yeah.
Like it would never be like when you're done up at a restaurant.
No.
I would be on the jog, and you're like fully out of breath. You just did 2 staircases.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, Tamara Shevon, famous comedian.
Just saw you at Chaotic Good, 3rd Friday of the month, Comedy Bar Bloor.
Ooh, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, literally.
Good plug.
Great plug. Great plug.
Daniel Shaw, we worked with the night after the last Chaotic Good, and he said that he kicked somebody out that was like just trying to get someone else to quiet down.
Yeah, it's a very hectic show. I don't know why I decided to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Every time it's just like, yeah, I gotta. It's fun when you're there,
Yeah.
but the process of having to like book 7 people every month and then like.
I'll take one of those slots every month if you're in trouble.
Listen, I got you. Actually, you haven't been back in a bit, and everyone loved you. So yes, you're more than welcome. Always.
yeah.
That makes my life easier when I have to like think of people every month, and then like, it's not really like a volunteer show. Like, you know, when people are just like, oh, I'm ready to do it. You're like, but you haven't done it before, and it's like a very like no one gets it. It's like it's 11 p.m. and it's not a show. It's like they're hammered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the audience is blackout drunk. Like it is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Funny enough, that was Red Bay.
Yeah,
The show
yeah.
we did with Daniel Shaw. There was like a party bus that came to the show.
Yeah.
And they were hammered the whole show, and they didn't listen until he brought me up.
Yeah.
And because they're like, he was like, now the headliner, you know, and then they were like, oh, that's the person we paid for. And then I started listening. And I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
But Dan and I also love like heckling and like confrontations on
Right.
stage. And Evan before is like, when you bring me up, make sure that they know that I just want to do my jokes and not that I want to talk to them for the whole night.
That's a key thing to point out. To be fair,
yeah, and he's a great host. Anytime I say something like that, he's like, yeah, I'll make sure they know.
you were hosting.
And then it was like 7 minutes of me trying to intro Evan, and people are like,
No!
talk about the quarry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you are a great host. I haven't seen you in a while.
I don't think you've seen me host, but thank you.
Yeah, with Black Sheep.
Oh, no, I think I do. That was when I first started. I do like the bullet spot before I brought the hosts up. And that was
That's
like
even worse.
Yeah. There's like nobody introing me. I'm introing the host, but it's a cold open.
And Jesse's like, why would you bring this up to me? This is supposed to be a real show.
No,
you
you
hosted,
totally
you're
threw
like,
me
no, no,
under
no.
the bus.
No.
I pre-hosted.
Yeah. I made sure people knew that I didn't work there. And then brought up the hosts like I worked there.
I can't believe that I just did that to you.
No, it's all good. I was the one that started, like, I remember seeing you at an open mic and then thinking, okay, and then seeing you demolish headlining a set. So that was disrespectful, but...
No, that was actually good. I did the reverse for you.
Yeah.
You ended with the cherry on top.
Yeah.
You did it.
Oh,
This could be a fun episode.
Yeah, Black Sheep was so great to me when I was starting that I didn't realize how hard it was to go bullet
Right.
because, like, I always bomb. Or, like, to bring people up on stage.
You didn't
And
bomb.
then- but it's still not great, but then,
Just
like, got better.
comparatively in your
Yeah,
mind.
now.
Yeah.
Right. Hosting is a very hard skill. I feel like it's people don't give it a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason you get paid just almost as much as the headliner.
Yeah.
Because you really got to wrangle some horrific people in.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
go to comedy shows. It's nuts because you live in a city and you're like, the same people must come back. But it's
Yeah.
always new people coming in
Yeah.
that don't know what comedy is. You're just
Yeah.
like, you do have to like teach them every time. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this whole like full blown conversation you're having
Yeah.
with your best friend
Yeah,
because
that's
you can
not hard.
relate
Yeah.
is like something you can write in your fucking diary at home, Sarah. Like, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, it's crazy, but we are appreciative of everyone that comes out all the time.
Anytime someone
Unless
buys
you're
it,
fucking
take it.
Sarah.
Yeah, unless you're Sarah, like, because literally, like, people don't get it. Like, album recordings are the worst.
Yeah.
People don't understand. Like, they start heckling during someone's like, the only thing that's gonna make sure they don't themselves next year.
Yeah.
It's like, can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah. Oh my God. There are so many instances, and I feel like because crowd work clips do so well, we were talking to Mark Hallworth about this last week, and now everyone like has a heckle ready that they're like, someone's gonna make a joke about this, and then I'll yell this out,
Right.
and it's just like so tough.
I just find that, and I don't know if you guys are feeling this, but the whole crowd work thing is just getting tired for me. Like, I just,
Well, there's a lot of like patterns and like formulas that you can follow to have it go successful every time.
Yeah.
And I think people fall in the pocket of just kind of doing those I guess a good analogy for it would be like a magician that goes up and just does the box tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's got his box of tricks, and like he never does anything outside of what he knows in the box of tricks.
Right.
You know,
Oh.
whereas it's fun when you actually like do it in the moment. Like someone like Al Val, I think, is fantastic at keeping
100%.
something like where it's happening now.
Yeah.
You know,
Or there's times where I'll be hosting and like I just did a gig with Ernie Vicente, who's got such solid crowd
I
work.
love Ernie.
yeah, he's so
that
nice.
I didn't do any crowd work off the top because it's like, why would I talk to a table when they're gonna get it better in like 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think it's just like the habit of people thinking that you have to start everything off with crowd work. It's like you
Yeah.
just actually don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where that came from. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't want to hear another like, "Are you guys together? How long has it been?" Like, it's like I do
Yeah.
have that in my sets because it's talking about
Yeah.
my actual life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I don't get the whole like beginning like mandatory like sketch performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is like you should show them you're funny before you
Yeah.
try and make what's in the room funny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're not gonna want to think you're funny just for talking to them before you've even shown them a joke.
And
you
it's
know?
also like, do you not think that the person at the very back of the room
Yeah.
doesn't know who the fuck the person is that you're talking to at the front?
Yeah.
And then you spend like 10 minutes talking to these people.
Yeah.
And be like, you guys know what I mean, right? And the person in the back's like, literally no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the show hasn't started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't see
yeah.
the logo on his shirt. I'm
Yeah.
sorry you're making Batman jokes right now.
Yeah. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like literally like it's, I don't know.
Well, and a lot of comics don't know that they need to like in the mic be like repeat what everyone says every time before
Yeah.
they say their joke about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like even if you're taping it, like most of the time your camera's not going to pick up the audience member.
No.
You know what I mean? Like repeat it, otherwise your tape is ruined.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. It's like there's so many levels when it's like, you know what's easier than doing that? Telling your jokes.
Yeah.
Like, that could go so much easier. You know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the mic.
Yeah.
This random person that just bought their ticket on Groupon doesn't have to help you with your set.
Yeah.
Like, so many
know.
benefits
Yeah.
to just doing your fucking act.
Yeah. And in Toronto too, the sets are so often like 7 minutes. You know, so like why would you waste all that time trying to talk to somebody when you could be like working on a new joke? You know what I mean? Or, like,
Literally.
progressing like something you're trying to work on, as opposed to just throwing the time away into the ether.
Honestly.
You can get a clip about somebody's drinking problem or whatever.
Which is like, yeah, and then they're always like, what? That's the light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
light. 'Cause you just talked to Brad for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. But, you know, here we are. This is the era we're in.
I feel like nobody says what that's the light when they're doing well though. It's always when they haven't been doing well.
Yeah.
Then
Oh, is
they're
that
like,
the
"Oh
light?"
no."
Guess I should get into some jokes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, guess you should.
Is it the light? I haven't even done a bit yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can tell. We know.
We know. We know. It's fucking crazy.
Oh my goodness. That's the other crazy thing about Toronto comedy is like there's too many good booked pro shows that are like $7 and then
Oh
like
my gosh.
it's like $10 for like amateurs that are like amateurs all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the thing. I like Toronto's the only place that actually does this. Like, we're doing better than I think a lot of places are. Like, I went to New York and I went to LA. LA, I actually really had a great time at. I had a good time in New York too, but like New York, there's just a bunch of free shows or shows that
Yeah.
are like $5.
Or you have to pay to get on in New York. I've
That's
heard
an
that.
insane thing. I mean, wow. That's I can't. That was insane to me when I found that out. And I'm like, I guess if you need that so bad, but like,
I mean, anyone who went to Humber did that, you know? So,
yeah,
I myself included, in case anyone thinks I'm hating.
It worked for you.
Yeah, I paid a lot of money to do Yuck Yucks every Tuesday. And
and how'd that go?
Breslin hates me.
Really?
Yeah, he told me we don't do that cutesy shit. And I
Oh.
said the audience did. They thoroughly enjoyed that. I said that to his face. And then he was like, well, it's not what we do here. I'm looking for the next Lenny Bruce. And I was like,
Wow.
I don't think anyone else is. And now he hates me because I backtalked him.
Oh wow! And then like, this should help too.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, yeah. He watches my podcast for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I you'd be surprised at the people that watch the things that you do that you don't think about you.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you. I am
Yeah.
telling you.
And
I bump into so many of my exes that tell me things that I've been up to.
Yeah.
But it slips out.
Okay, that's exes are a different.
I didn't date Mark Breslin.
You kind of did. But you
definitely broke up, I think.
Wow.
No, he told me what's with the guitar, and I went.
Sorry, what's with the guitar is
Yeah.
so funny.
And then I said, "Did you not hear them?" And then he went, "They laughed and clapped for the wrong reasons." And I went, "What, enjoyment? Like, what do you mean? What does that mean?"
Yeah, I don't think you'll be like ass back. I don't think you're gonna be doing New Year's Eve at Massey Hall.
Funny enough, I'm doing a New Year's Eve Yucks gig.
Or are you?
Yeah, they booked. One of the bookers booked me as a musician.
Wow,
To get around,
that's insulting and nice.
Yeah.
But so what is it? Just the guitar thing is like what like people don't. First of all, I will say you have like to write a song with that many jokes per like what 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Is actually harder than doing comedy.
Thank you.
I don't know how that.
Take that, Dad.
I just don't know how that's not like obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're playing a full instrument,
Yeah.
and you've like written jokes in like keys.
Yeah. And it's not just like a vanity thing where he's like, okay, show's over, but I'm going to play 3 songs.
No.
It's like, no, he comes out of
Which
the
we
gate.
have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Breslin told me that he won't sign me until he sees me do regular stand up, and then I'm like, have
What's
you not seen
regular
my act?
stand-up?
Like my whole act is I'll do a song and then I'll do 5 minutes of stand up, and then I'll do a song and then I'll do 5 minutes of stand up.
And then he'll do some pictures or
Yeah.
other silly things.
Isn't your whole thing is that you do a bit and then you have like a song that's reflecting what you just talked about?
Well, I always have a bit before the song I do.
Yeah.
But like I have like regular stand up jokes and
Yeah.
like poems and pictures and other shit, but he just doesn't care to look, you know?
So like, what do you think your end? I feel like I'm like now I'm like asking you, but it's like, is your goal to do like an SNL kind of thing?
No, I want to do like a one man show kind of deal
Nice.
where like
Hear that, listeners?
yeah
Juice.
yeah
Juice.
yes apple juice,
Yeah.
not grape juice.
Oh, actually, you know what? Apple juice is my favorite juice now that you
Is
bring
it?
it up. Yeah. If you get like the McDonald's apple juice when you're hungover, that's peak.
I had a whole thing with apple juice when I was younger. Like it reminds me of lamb pee. I don't know. It's this whole thing that happened. I got like on this farm. I wasn't sure if someone like put lamb pee into my apple juice. And they're like, I was like bullied when I was younger, so now I can't.
Oh
like,
my goodness. Yeah.
know.
Okay.
I know. So
Okay, I don't think they actually put lamb pee in.
I don't know. I saw them put like bugs in people's sandwiches and shit.
Okay.
Oh,
I grew up in Scarborough.
Yeah, but they could. Where's the group in Scarborough getting lamb pee?
I think that they like tried to like cup the lamb pee and then mix it in with my juice, and then they told me while I was in the bathroom that they did that, and I'm like, oh my god.
I feel like sometimes as kids, people just say stuff to see your reaction, and we're like too cowardice to do it. But
I hope, but the
Yeah,
fear
it's
is
still
enough.
ruined.
Yeah.
it's ruined
Right?
forever.
oh, I don't drink orange juice anymore because once I was very under the influence and was very thirsty, and I drank like 2 liters of orange juice, and then I woke up like almost throwing up with acid reflux.
Oh, shit.
At like 3 a.m.
2 liters of orange juice.
Yeah.
Was it like a dare?
No, I was just really thirsty. I didn't have anything else, and I was like, I'm not drinking water. And sure enough, I woke up like 3 hours later,
You
just go,
should've drank water.
and just like felt it.
That your vocal cords are steaming
Jeez.
from
Yeah.
the acid. Yeah, man. I feel
That's
that.
rough.
Oh, I mean, not as rough as your situation, but I just
I
tried
mean,
to
I was
one up
bullied
you.
a lot. Like, so a
Really?
lot of, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was super bullied.
Oh, jeez.
What
You
was
don't
that
seem
like?
like the type because you're so like vibrant and happy.
That's so funny. I thought you were going to say because you're a bully now.
No, but you do
Yeah,
have
you
like
did
an
totally
evil
roast
laugh.
him earlier with that.
Yeah. You're a really good go up for 4 minutes while people are still sitting down calming.
No, okay, I listen. No, I was bullied a lot, but I had like I had an older sister that would like show up and then try to fight young kids, which now looking back on it is so illegal.
It's the reverse of the scene from Step Brothers. Your sister would just show up and be like kicking.
Yeah. Which one is
so
it?
funny.
And my
That's
teachers
so
are like,
funny.
you gotta,
Yeah.
you're 35. you're at her middle school. Like, please have some fucking grace.
That's amazing.
But
That's
yeah,
really funny.
I don't know why I was bullied. I think that I was just, I don't know. I'm trying to think back. I was like a tomboy and shit. Like I still am basically, but like.
They're all jealous. You're too cool.
That's what everyone always says when but I'm like, sometimes you're like, yeah, I think that maybe people are jealous. That's why people get like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people that like hate me comic wise. I'm
That's
just
why
like,
everyone hates me, because I'm so cool.
well, it's just because you're doing something that they're not doing, and then like they can't place it in a way that makes sense for them, because it's like if you're getting booked more than they are, they have to attack the thing that they think is not what they're doing and say like, oh well, that's not real comedy or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I got that a lot. Oh, you only talk about race stuff, and I was like, if you listen closely,
Yeah.
I'm actually making fun of myself. And like, yes, of course, like dating a white man is crazy,
Yeah.
but it's me that has the lack of culture in the situation. It's not him.
Yeah.
Like they're being the ones that are embracing me. I'm the one that's like, why are we sleeping outside? Like it's
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people are pretty fucking dumb, so
Yeah.
they don't really get it.
Evan and I have talked about how our goal in Toronto comedy is to do Nubian show, because that's how you know you're one of the good white comics. Like that's the
so
only
funny.
way. But then like you see, it's been Paul Thompson, Mike Rita, Danny Martinello, like
Right.
killers.
Mark Anthony Synagoga too.
Mark Anthony Synagoga.
Yeah.
I've seen him destroy like corporates where like there's been bombing for 45 minutes
Yeah.
leading up to it, and he turns the crowd somehow.
Turning a crowd is the most satisfying feeling.
Yeah.
It makes the car ride home awkward, but it's so satisfying to like be like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do my best and hope it works. And then it's like you get that confidence in your head, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy this, and it actually works. You're like, I can't believe
Yeah.
that I'm the person you like out of these people. And it's like sometimes it's good when it's like people that you really love and respect
Yeah.
that are like
Yeah.
such deep pros bombing, and then you get that like slide in, like everyone's dying,
Yeah.
applause breaks,
Oh,
and
my
you're
God.
like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this will never happen again, but I'm so happy it's happening now.
Yeah. And then like some old woman at the back comes up and is like, I was gonna myself after this show, but then you were amazing. You saved my life literally, and tell all the other comics that they're trash.
Yeah, and you're like,
And then she hobbles out.
Oh, that's the other worst thing when someone tells you like, didn't like this guy, you were good, the other guy was really good, and that girl was great, and then you're like, why are you telling me that I was like
mediocre.
Yeah, I was bronze. On the
Yeah, thank you for coming and telling me that I'm mid.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't relate to it.
The worst is when they'll come up while you're with all the comics, and they'll
Oh.
be like, you were the best one, and you're like, oh my gosh, are you trying to have my career end?
No,
Yeah.
you should just lay into it. Just be like, say that louder. Guys, get over here. You know?
But
People do that. There are comics that do that, and it's so like, what are you doing? Like we're in Milton.
Yeah.
Like they don't. The standards aren't high.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
like don't put this on your resume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's
That
the
is
thing.
the fun thing about small towns.
Oh, small towns treat you so nice, and
Yeah.
then you're leaving, and then you're like, I can't wait to go back, and then you're like, oh, it'd be the same like 30 people at the next show,
Exactly.
and
they don't understand that you can do the same comedy again. So yeah.
yeah,
Every time I go out of town, they're always like, "Is the spotlight okay for you?"
yeah.
They're so scared of being racist. It's like hilarious.
Evan's just restarting the cameras so we don't lose any footage.
Yeah.
But there's just that anxiety of like hoping that they like you as much as everyone else they just saw.
That's very terrifying.
Yeah.
And like Greg was destroying as he brought me up, so I just had to do that. Like, hey, a round of applause for Greg, everybody.
Yeah.
He's one of my good friends. We're a lot alike. Now my jokes.
That's so funny.
And he was telling me, like, Greg has this, like, 10-minute bit about his son being autistic.
Right.
And apparently some of the people in the crowd, like, worked with kids with autism.
Yeah,
And, like,
so it was
like,
destroying to
smashing.
another level.
Yeah, beyond belief.
Yeah, they're like, he's
"Oh,
talking
thanks."
about my job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole crowd.
Yeah. This show's just for me. And then
Yeah.
you come up and you're like, I
Yeah.
I have
don't
a dog.
have a kid.
Yeah. Dating's weird.
Yeah, and they're like, why?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no.
Well, luckily, it was a nice crowd and people were very drunk, so I could just make fun of like a woman tried to take the microphone from me. Like
No.
it was one of those type of drunk
Were you
shows.
in Barrie?
No, we were in Georgetown, but it was a fun show.
Oh, what's this at a brewery?
Yeah, Furnace Room.
Oh, the one that's right beside the GO station?
Yeah.
That show is amazing.
Evan went once and it was like off the rails, so drunk.
Yeah, no one cared about the show until Fiona went out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they came just for Fiona, basically?
Yeah, they came for the headliner and, like...
Yeah, okay, so anyone listening
So
to this
many
podcast,
comics.
you can go for the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can go for the whole show. Like, this is my camera, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for the whole show. Like, don't start late. You got to see the host. The host is helping everything go along. The acts are there. Yes, support the headliner, but because they're actually good. And then the headliner is like, thank God those acts are there, which you should have the same kind of sentiment. And then the headliner goes up, and that makes the whole perfect show. That's how shows work. Please.
I feel like you're running for Congress with that, like looking at the camera. Like it was almost WWE-ish, but it was very political.
And that's the bottom line. Yeah, so anyway, just yell at your audience. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. No, I feel like there should have been like a bald eagle behind you being like...
Like a waving American flag.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Yeah, sometimes I get into those modes. It's the juice.
Yeah.
The juice.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness. We will wrap in about 10 minutes because this is getting way too hot in here.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the one show I'm not.
Yeah.
Usually I sweat every show.
But it's because you're wearing a t-shirt because you knew it was hot and sweaty
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah, it is a full 8 degrees today.
Yeah.
It's a spring day in Toronto in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
glad I wore a t-shirt though. What do you guys think of this, by the way? I made this with bleach and tie-dye.
Wait, you made that?
Yeah.
Sell it after shows.
Think so?
Okay. That looks like you bought it.
Yeah?
It looks like a bowling ball from the 90s.
I'm actually into that a lot. Okay, so this is like, and it has all the colors, the pink,
Yeah.
the yellow, the like salmon,
And
the
it
blue and the
connects-
green.
it
Okay.
connects on the back. Like all the colors wrap around.
I like that you did that just to show Tamara and I, but now that camera can't see it, so
Oh, I
you
don't
got to
care.
do the full.
Well, that's fine. It like
Yeah.
looks okay, and so
I'll take pictures after. And
Yeah, there you go.
There.
the visual aspect. No, this is a great. I want one.
Yeah?
Can I buy one?
Yeah, sure. Do you have like a black shirt you want changed like this?
I will go. I'm gonna be on Spadina today.
Okay.
There's so that's where you get shirts, by the way. Cotton Best, you can get like 3 t-shirts any size for $12.
Okay.
Oh wait, I think I was supposed to bottle wine today. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay, tomorrow you go to Spadina and get shirts.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go today.
Oh, cool. And you can bottle wine.
No, I missed my bottling wine appointment for like the 9th time actually.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, they're like getting pretty mad.
You
Like, I'm
should.
just trying to age it a little bit more before.
It's been aging since August.
Oh my god.
Fuck, when is it? What are we in right now?
It's December tomorrow.
Shit. They're like someone personally called me and was like, "Hi, are you coming to get this?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Are you gonna sell wine after shows? I mean, you'd need a liquor license, but
I've had some of her wine.
Yeah, I actually have already sold wine. I sell my wine under like I ask other venues if they can sell my liquor under
wow.
their liquor license.
that's
And
so smart.
Yeah, because I'm not buying a liquor license.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what I mean? I am a liquor license. But I sold a bunch of wine. I will bring you some.
Yeah.
I have a Chardonnay. Now I have a Gewürztraminer, and I have a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh my god.
And I made my labels, and because I had to do all the to be able to sell wine, I had to follow all of the actual like things that you need for
Oh
wine.
wow.
So I have like a real label, like it's a real thing.
I know Ontario's
taught me in
so
Ohio
strict for that.
You remember that?
What did I catch you in?
You caught me in a lie when you asked me if I read the bottle. And I went, oh, yeah. And you went, what did it say? And I went, I didn't read the bottle.
Yeah, no, because I put so much time in the descriptions. I'm like, read the fucking bottle.
I read it when I got home, though.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
Lots of work and effort into that. Yeah. Okay? Like, they're basically 2 bottles of wine that are based on jokes that I have on the album.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
so they're like descriptions, but they like give the scenario in the background.
Yeah.
So the white wine's called the Portage.
Yeah.
Because I got trapped into that. And the red wine is called the Mount Kenya, which is about a really horrific gift that my boyfriend got me.
Current boyfriend?
Current boyfriend, don't worry, we've talked about it. Like, I don't know, like, because both of you are in relationships, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, like, did you ever get to the point where you were giving your partner gifts and they were, like, smiling, but you could tell they hated it?
No, this is what I do. I will go with my girlfriend to look at things, and then if she doesn't buy it, I will at a later date. Or
That's smart. I wish he would do that.
yeah.
I'm like, you hear that, babe?
I'm kind of a similar thing. Like, she puts stuff in the Amazon cart, too. And then I'll spy in the Amazon cart, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, Funko Pops. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay, so no, we don't. Fuck. That's
Share an Amazon account. It helps. Yeah. They keep
Well,
putting
he's
stuff
like-
on your wish list.
He's very cheap, so he would never use Amazon. And, like, everyone in
Yeah.
his family and all his friends call his wallet the squeaky door. It's so hard to
Oh,
open.
yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
right? So, like, it's rough.
Wild.
It's wild. But he does have a lot of money, but he will just
I
get
had to
me.
throw that in there.
Yeah, well, it's like that's how you make. Like, when I look at how people have money, I'm like, they're my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
They never spend.
Yeah, you just talk your way out of all the anger people have towards you giving them shitty gifts.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That and like how many times you'll pull up to like a no frills and then there's people in Teslas and you're like, why are you here?
Yeah,
You're like, you don't need
because we won't be beat.
Yeah.
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 No, you go to Loblaws when you
Yeah.
have a Tesla.
Yeah.
You shop where you shop, okay?
Yeah.
And leave the poor people food for me.
Yeah, go
Honestly.
to Farm Boy.
Yeah, go to Farm Boy. Go to your home that you created. Like,
Yeah.
please. But like, no. So he got
And
me.
you're acting like you're on our side, Miss Table Wine. You
Listen. I was broke for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm
even-
still not like great. I mean, it's fine. To be fair, it's fine.
You got Loblaws money. You leave I keep going to No Frills and they're sold out of chorizo, and I am so sad. And I'm mad because I know it's not poor people buying it. It's all the rich people going in and stealing the 3 chorizos on the shelf.
Okay, to be fair, I do go to No Frills, and they are also always out of chicken breasts. They always have to have like thighs out of nowhere. You're like, okay, I guess like I'm making a soup now.
And it'll be like boneless and skinless thighs and you're like, who wants that?
Well, literally, my background on my phone,
yeah.
because like this is like No Frills is taking over. See, it's me at No Frills, 4 chicken breasts for $30. I almost burnt the place down. I asked to
damn.
speak to the manager.
Yeah.
$30.56 for 19.82 kilograms. Like, so 19.82 kilograms per pound.
I'll compare it
Wait,
with how much
does that make
chicken
sense?
costed 2 years ago.
Yeah.
On the
Basically-
screen now.
You could literally get chicken back in the day, 4 breasts for like $11.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now,
Now it's 2.5 hours of work.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now, like, you'll see weird deals where I'll see, like, steak on sale for $8. Not a good cut, but it's still steak. Then you're like, how is steak $8 and then chicken's, like, $20?
Harder to catch.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. They can run
funny.
away. Cows are just like, "Mrrr."
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah.
guess.
That's fair. You could just walk up to a cow and just be like, you know?
Yeah.
It'd take a while to catch a chicken.
Yeah.
I know that. 'Cause,
Especially in the spring.
That's why fish is so expensive. Oh. Spring chicken joke? Is that
Yeah,
how we end
alright.
this show?
Wait, I do have a chicken story.
Yes, go on.
So the in my high school, so I grew up in Brighton. It's like small town, Ontario.
Close to
East,
Belleville.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like very hick. A lot of people from like Wooler and like the outer areas went to my school as well. And
Yeah, everyone knows Wooler, so thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah. You're welcome. And so some kid oiled up a chicken and cut its wings off.
Oh my god.
And then set it loose in the school.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He didn't have to cut its wings
That's
off. They
what
can't
I
fly.
said. It would have been harder to catch if he left the wings on.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
hope he's
and
in jail
he
now.
got charged with animal abuse, so
Yeah.
that's good.
I'm so glad you
Wait.
brought that up to end the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. I just want I want people to know about how shitty this person was.
Wait,
I hope
can
they've
chickens
changed
live
their
with
ways.
their wings cut off?
Oh, they can live with their heads cut off.
Ew.
Yeah. Why did we end on this?
Tamara, do the other chicken joke again. Do the spring chicken thing.
I can't. No, I'm so scared. Wow.
That's so sad.
Well, she liked most of being here.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe we're talking about my favorite animal like this.
Chickens are your favorite animal?
Just because I love to eat them. Okay. All right.
Grape juice.
Nice. All right. There's the ending. Anything you want to plug, Tamara, before we end the episode?
Chaotic Good, third Friday of every month. Comedy Bar East.
Correct.
Yes.
It's gonna be a great
Comedy
lineup.
Bar Velour.
Yeah, so December 15th is the next one. Just like, I don't know, go check out my albums, Table Wine and Purse Wine. They are amazing.
And did Paul Thompson do the art on one of them?
Both of them. Paul
Both of them.
Thompson did the art for Table Wine and Purse Wine. We are roommates. He is my best friend, and it is wild. It's wild, wild having everything in common with the person you live with, because there's no downtime. But check out Paul's stuff because we have a lot of reels together. So yeah, that's about it. You can follow me on Instagram at Teemair, Teemair, and Twitter, X, whatever, and Threads, all the same.
I'll link them down.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
That's been the end of our show. Thank you.
I'm cutting out that part.
I don't care.
That was great. I'm gonna open this door.
Yes, please.
Where's my little baby?
Roo-roo.
Oh, hi.
Did you just say that to Joey?